In the icy realm of Jotunheim, a storm brewed, swirling with winds as cold as death. It was here, in this desolate place of frost and shadows, that the giants plotted against Asgard, the realm of the gods. But before the giants could bring their schemes to fruition, a legend was born in Asgard's golden halls. His name was Thor. Thor's birth was a celebration, his cry echoing like thunder through the skies. His father, Odin, All-Father and King of the gods, knew that his son would one day be a mighty warrior. His mother, Frigga, the wise queen, foresaw the challenges and sacrifices that awaited him. Yet, with his first breath, it was clear that Thor was destined for greatness. As Thor grew, he learned the ways of Asgard, the strength of his arms, the courage in his heart, and the wisdom in his soul. Odin taught him to wield the mighty hammer, Mjolnir, a weapon that only the worthy could lift. It was said that Mjolnir could level mountains and control the storms, and Thor wielded it as if it were an extension of himself. His friends, Sif, the warrior maiden, and the brothers Fandral, Hogun, and Volstagg joined him in countless adventures across the 9 realms. But even among them, Thor stood out, his spirit fierce and untamed. The giants of Jotunheim heard tales of Thor's strength and grew anxious. Their leader, Thrym, a giant as cruel as he was cunning, devised a plan to strike at Asgard. He knew that to defeat Thor he would need to break his spirit. Thrym's scheme was to capture the sun and moon, plunging Asgard into eternal darkness. In the chaos, he would attack and claim Odin's throne for himself. Thor received word of Thrym's plot from Heimdall, the all-seeing guardian of the Bifrost Bridge. Without hesitation, Thor leaped onto his chariot, pulled by his loyal goats, Tangrisnir and Tangnjosta. The thunderous sound of his chariot reverberated through the realms as he raced to Jotunheim, determined to confront Thrym and his giant horde. The journey was perilous. Ice winds cut through Thor's armor, and the terrain shifted underfoot, threatening to cast him into bottomless chasms. As he approached Thrym's fortress, a horde of giants emerged from the shadows, their massive forms blocking the path. Thor leaped from his chariot, Mjolnir in hand, and with a cry that shook the heavens, he charged into battle. Mjolnir flew through the air like a bolt of lightning, smashing into the giants and sending them tumbling into the icy abyss. Thor's strength was unmatched, and with every swing the ground trembled. The giants tried to surround him, but Thor's ferocity kept them at bay. Lightning cracked across the sky as the battle raged, illuminating the darkness with brilliant flashes. But Thrym had one more trick up his sleeve. He summoned a colossal ice beast from the heart of Jotunheim, a creature so massive that its roar drowned out the thunder. The beast lunged at Thor, its icy breath freezing everything in its path. Thor barely dodged the first attack, feeling the chill in his bones. Thor knew he needed a strategy. He climbed to the top of a nearby peak, using his vantage point to launch Mjolnir at the beast's head. The impact was like an earthquake, causing the peak to collapse and burying the ice beast beneath tons of rock and snow. The other giants, seeing their champion defeated, retreated into the darkness, their spirits broken. Thor stood victorious, but his battle was not yet over. He entered Thrym's fortress, navigating its twisting corridors and frozen halls. At its heart, he found the sun and moon, chained to the walls with enchanted bindings. Thrym stood guard, a menacing grin on his face. "You've come far, Thor," Thrym taunted, "but you'll never leave this place alive." Thor raised Mjolnir, its power crackling in his grip. "We'll see about that," he replied, his voice like distant thunder. With a single swing, he shattered the chains holding the sun and moon, releasing them into the sky. Light returned to Asgard, dispelling the darkness. Thrym roared in anger and lunged at Thor, but the god was ready. He dodged the giant's attacks and struck with precision, Mjolnir crushing Thrym's armor and forcing him to his knees. With one final blow, Thor ended Thrym's reign and restored peace to Asgard. The battle was over, but Thor knew that the giants would never rest. As long as he stood guard over Asgard, they would always seek to challenge him. But he was ready for whatever came next, his spirit unyielding and his heart as fierce as the storms he commanded. And so Thor returned to Asgard, a hero among gods but always vigilant, for he knew that the battles with the giants would never truly end.